guys, welcome back to Two Girls, One Bong.
The podcast that's better if you're stoned, and I will just plug one of your nostrils with a massive bumblebee if you're not. My name is Mac Dizzle.
I'm Joya. You might recognize us from your favorite viral video, or you might have been watching our content for the last 8 years.
If you're new here, welcome. We are the original two girls. We've been making content together for almost a decade, honey. Let's dive on in. And real quick reminder, we do answer a listener question at the end of every episode. So if you guys would like to have your question answered, leave the question in the comments. We will do our best to answer them. So yeah, leave a listener question and we'll answer it at the end of the episode.
Period.
Slay, pussy purr.
Slay, pussy purr. If you watched our last week's episode, you'll know why we will now be saying slay, pussy purr for everything. Yeah.
Slay, pussy purr. Also, first things first, give this video a like, please. Please, you guys, it'll help us a lot in the algorithm if you just absolutely smash that like button.
Fucking smash it.
It helps get us recommended on other people's feeds, helps us with getting recommended in other people's feeds, and it helps us get recommended in other people's feeds. So
after the second one, I thought you made a mistake, and then I was like waiting for the third thing. Yeah, guys, hit the fucking like button, okay? It helps us.
Yeah, we gotta do
helps.
Something that we never did as YouTubers was the YouTube things of like press the like button, make sure you're following, turn on notifications. We never did any of that in our videos, and now we did it a disservice to ourselves.
I think we did there was a little bit of subscribe. I think, so, or maybe we said like and subscribe or something at the end of some episodes, but it wasn't every time.
I've been rewatching our videos in live streams, reacting to them.
Shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. And how has that been?
At the end of the video, the way we did reviews also, it would be 7 minutes into the video. We're like, here's the product.
Well, to be fair, I don't know which reviews you were watching, but
I don't think we were really getting paid for them.
Statistically speaking, we didn't get paid for. And
if we did, it was $100 each. You know, it was very small amounts of money for any kind of reviews that we were doing. But we were just we got paid to do this.
Yeah.
What?
Fucking sick,
but I'm rewatching those videos, and at the end of the videos, we would always say, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you go to thehighriseco.com, use discount code 2G1B. Every single episode, go to thehighriseco.com. We were just whoring this channel out for High Rise.
Yeah.
The amount of sales that they probably got just from that show sustained the business for years.
Yeah. To be fair, they paid for everything.
They did.
They supplied all of they
didn't pay me though.
Right.
I was doing the editing, the conceptualizing, all of these things, and I got all the clout for it, but I did not get the money for it.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I'm okay with it.
Right.
I'm not going to go all Amanda on these people.
I think we did actually sometimes get commission checks. There was small commission checks. Yeah.
We did every now and then. And it would be off of the 2G would be discount code. We would split which is crazy because not everybody uses the discount code. People would go to the website and not use the discount code even though they came from us.
Yeah.
Discount codes are the worst way to track things, guys. Don't. Listen, if there's any influencers out there listening to this, don't do affiliate. When you do affiliate, you make the companies think that they're not being crazy, and that's crazy. It's literally imagine I don't know, Toys R Us. Toys R Us went to CNN, the channel, and was like, hey, what do you guys? What about every customer who comes into our store and uses code CNN? We'll give you 10% of each of those sales. CNN. Does that sound legit to you?
Yeah. I would say
it shouldn't.
It can't be your only form of compensation.
Get some kind of bottom line payment. I'm telling you, because affiliate is fine. If the company wants to offer you affiliate as an additional incentive to be okay, yes, this is your base pay, and you can also make more with this affiliate link. Great. Slay. Pussy per.
Yeah.
But if a company is just trying to be like, oh yeah, here's your affiliate link, you'll get paid off of every sale. First of all, not true. There are plenty of sales that are coming through without your name on it because people will save the browser, save the thing, not use the discount code, whatever. There's a million things.
Yeah.
Secondly, you are not a sales tool. Companies need to hire sales departments. Okay? You are a marketing tool. And it's just so evident to me that none of these companies have any idea about marketing or the ins and outs of actual advertising because they expect the advertisement to equal sales. That is not how it works. If you take a marketing course in college, one of the first things they'll teach you is that people need to see a product like 5 times before they're convinced to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it's just companies are like, here's your affiliate link.
Yeah.
And it happens in the cannabis industry more than any other industry. It's just
100%. God knows.
very annoying.
Who knows? I mean, I'm sure there's lots of other, budding industries that, I mean, not that the cannabis industry is budding anymore. It's pretty fucking established now, but
Multi-billion.
yeah. But back in the day, it wasn't a real industry. And so I'm sure there's lots of industries like that where it's relatively new. And so the people that are advertising within that industry are fucking taking advantage of people.
And it's also a non-traditional industry that doesn't have normal means of advertisement.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Right.
Olay, the skin
Yeah.
brand, they can run their advertisements on TV wherever they want.
Mm-hmm. Billboards anywhere.
John's Smoke Shop down the road,
Yeah.
he can only work through influencers or very specific curated ads.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of power as an influencer in this industry. You have a lot of power. You are the one good way for them to get their name out there. So wield that power. Don't let them convince you to do affiliate. You're worth more. I don't care if you're charging $10 a post. Get them used to paying you for something. Because these companies are way too comfortable being like, here's this $30 vape that we actually got for 15 cents. We'll send you 3 of them. We don't usually do that for people, okay? So don't tell anyone that we sent you 3 of them, okay?
Yeah.
How many times have
my
you
God.
heard something like that?
Oh my God. Yeah. Like, yeah.
They're like, well, we sent you 3 units, so we were hoping like maybe you would give us like an extra post. Like, I didn't need 3 units. This
I have
vape,
about
guess what?
75 in my fucking.
Yeah, my landlord Robert doesn't want this vape as rent, so unfortunately, gonna need the cash.
Sadly.
Cheers, though. Cheers, though. I know you've been waiting to take this rip for a minute.
What's your favorite Pop-Tart? I have a follow-up comment, but I want to know your favorite Pop-Tart.
I think traditionally as a child, my favorite that my parents would buy would be the cinnamon one.
Mm-hmm.
The brown sugar cinnamon.
Yeah. Do you have a different one now that you're an adult?
Yeah, the s'mores. The s'mores hit hard.
Okay.
Because my parents would never buy those ones. They would
Yeah.
only buy like the traditional like breakfasty ones.
Mm-hmm.
Which they also have a cookies and cream one. Like it's like the exotic Pop-Tarts. I like some of those a lot.
Yeah. I just thinking about talking about that being a breakfast thing is like I don't really like only sweet for breakfast.
Yeah, I like a savory.
Yeah. I cannot do something that's only sweet. But I used to get Pop-Tarts at school all the time. But I was asking you because I made these like brown sugar cinnamon Pop-Tart bars.
Oh.
They're like, so it's like shortbread. So it's like get like the Pop-Tart taste. And they have like a brown sugar cinnamon like filling and then like an ice.
So you you baked them?
Yeah. I haven't
Why
had it
didn't you
yet.
post a photo of them?
I haven't taken a photo yet. They're sitting in my
Okay, well, I would like you to take a video of you breaking one open.
Okay.
For me. Just send it to me.
Okay.
I want to see this confection that you've created.
Yeah. I mean, I followed a recipe. I didn't just come up with it.
I don't care.
I'm like, well, okay. I'm like, the way you said
honestly,
it
you could tell your kids that you made that recipe up. This is Grandma Joya's Pop-Tart rolls.
Yeah, I have to handwrite it.
Yeah, well, duh. Do you? Just copy and paste it into the Notes app on your phone. You wrote it in your phone.
That is really crazy to think about, like how for generations, like the only way that people could like remember their
pass things down.
Like they just had to have things written out, or like shitty fucking pictures that like you can't even make out later on.
Imagine being in the 80s and like something weird is happening to your body and you can't just Google it.
Oh my God. Like you have to go to the fucking library and look in the encyclopedia.
Or talk to your mom or go to a doctor.
Right, go to a doctor, I guess. Go to a
But like,
but yeah, oh
that's
my God. I
yeah.
cannot
Yeah.
fucking imagine. I mean, anything.
Yeah.
Like you don't know how to don't know how to spell something. Don't know how to fucking fix something.
Maps to places. Oh, just kidding. I would like to stop at a Dairy Queen on the way. Add that as a stop.
Oh my God, MapQuest. Please comment right now if you ever used MapQuest. I know there's plenty of you that are listening right now.
If you've been personally victimized by MapQuest, can I get a hiya?
Wait, how were you personally victimized by MapQuest?
Oh, constantly, because you just print out the directions, right?
Yeah.
And then you just have to be like, guess what 0.2 miles is. And if you miss the street, you're fucked. I have ADHD, Joya, so driving is hard for me. You're like thinking from your brain. Joya is so good with directions. Fuck off. Like Joya is literally like so good with directions. You could drop her in the middle of a desert, blindfolded, spin her around 10 times, and she would find a way to find a road or civilization. Like she is built different in that sense. I don't understand it. Me, let me give you an example of how fucking lost I am constantly. I was scuba diving. I was on my scuba diving test with my brother, right?
Oh my God.
And part of the scuba diving test is you have to swim away from the boat and you have to navigate your way back using this little compass system on your wrist. Me, I was following my brother the whole time. And so we're like, I'm actively looking for this boat. I can't see it anywhere. And my brother taps me on the shoulder and he points up and we're underneath it. He got us all the way to the boat and I'm still sitting here looking around for it.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So not good with directions. Very bad with them. Very bad with them.
Yeah. I know a lot of people that are bad with directions. Honestly, even my little brother is not. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's good with them?
No, she's just as bad as me.
Oh, okay,
we're a lost cause on the road together.
Yeah.
When we were trying to get out of the campsite when we left at like 4 a.m. and we were trying to get out of the campsite, we had to circle around it twice because we could not find our way out.
Oh my God. That is fucking hilarious. Oh my God. I'm sure that was a task.
Just two little lost girls driving around, bad at directions, super cute. But yeah, so basically MapQuest, like it would just be like, go 0.5 miles and the exit will be on the right of the freeway. And I'm like, what? Why does it say exit 45? What does that mean? You know? And so like I would like miss a turn somewhere and then you'd have to like go all the way. I got lost more than one time. But it's also because I was driving places like I was being bad. I would like drive to Long Beach when I was like 16. Just like driving to Long Beach just to go meet boys and stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Relatable.
You know?
Yeah, totally.
Like just driving so far, not knowing where I am.
We still had MapQuest. I guess we did when you were 16. Yeah.
When I first started driving, I'm a couple years older than you, so keep in mind you were like 13 at that time.
Yeah. I think, well, I know there were people at school had iPhones, but they were not widespread.
They weren't GPS like that at all. And also, I think your car probably had some kind of like TomTom Navi in it.
It did have a navigation in it, yeah. Yeah, it did.
Yeah. So those
No, actually, not my first one. My first one didn't have a screen.
Okay.
Yeah. So there was no navigation in that one. But yeah, I think that by the time I got an iPhone when I was like 15, 14, maybe 15. So I'm pretty sure that we had like, yeah. I mean, when did you get one? Probably the same year.
I didn't get an iPhone until I was out of high school.
Yeah, but you would have been in high school when I was 15.
I'm literally trying to think about when I got my first iPhone. How old was I? Because I had an iPod Touch for a really long time.
Oh yeah. We had those too. Which was a vibe.
Yeah, it must. What's that?
Which was a vibe. They had a camera and stuff.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I love the iPod Touch. Mm-hmm. I think we should bring them back. Just give me a whole device just for music and apps. Mm-hmm. Love that.
Yeah.
There's only fun stuff there.
Yeah, that no one can reach me on it.
No one can contact me on my iPod Touch, and that's fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, they probably do have like kids probably get like WhatsApp on there. I
No,
mean,
yeah, that's the thing. Like, it was compatible with basically any app that you could download on the iPhone.
right.
But yeah, I definitely got into trouble on those little apps.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, on the phones in general for me. I remember when, because obviously, I mean, yeah, we both had the boy crazy gene. So,
Gene, she said my sister does not have that gene.
yeah. My brother is not, my brother
Yeah.
wasn't, I mean, he did have, I guess he was like, and he
What about your
liked,
sisters?
oh yeah, my sister was a hoe too. I mean, she was like, she wasn't like I mean, I think she was a hoe in
She
that, like
wasn't
in
like
those.
ho 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 Merry
No, no,
Christmas.
she wasn't like
Okay.
bad. She was like also a serial monogamist. So she had like lots of boyfriends. But I
But she was
remember,
only fucking them.
yeah, I imagine.
Slay.
But I also remember like seeing her like oh my gosh, she had this fucking Halloween costume. It was a sailor, and the bottoms were tiny and they were sequined, and then the top was like it had sleeves on it, but like half sleeves, and it tied in the middle. It was like striped or whatever, like whatever you picture like a sailor to look like, I don't know. And then a hat. And I remember like trying it on when I was like, oh my god, like 14 or 15 or something, like in high school. And first of all, it didn't fit me. Like it did not fit me at
Oh,
all.
baby.
But I remember thinking like, oh my god, like how good my sister looked in that fucking slutty ass sailor costume, and just being like so sad that I could never
I'm
wear it.
so grateful I didn't have an older sister to compare myself to.
Yeah.
I just had an ugly brother.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My sister unfortunately had to deal with all this though. So I can't even imagine what she's going through on a day-to-day basis, just seeing this
Right.
walk around
God
everywhere.
bless her.
Bless her soul. You know she has arthritis?
What?
Did I tell you?
No.
She has like this crazy arthritis in her fingers and she has to take medication for the rest of her life. Yeah, she
Aww.
can't drink on this medication either.
So she can't drink anymore.
Yeah, she turned 21, got diagnosed with arthritis.
Oh my god, not your little
Yeah,
sober sisters.
I know, but it's a slay though, because then she can skip the whole alcoholic period.
Totally.
Kind of
Totally.
a waste of time, truly.
Yeah. You're like, wish I would have figured this out a while ago.
Yeah,
Um,
like get a little control on things earlier.
but wow.
Yeah,
That
isn't that crazy?
yeah.
She's like a baby.
I was talking to my dad on the phone this morning, and he was saying, cuz yeah, I think you know that my dad like works out heavily. He like
I
works out.
didn't know that.
Oh, he's like extremely in shape. Like he gets
Good
up
for
at,
him.
yeah, he gets up at like 5 and does the rower.
Oh yeah, that's a really good all over body type thing.
Right. And then when he gets home from work, he runs 4 miles on the treadmill. Yeah, every day. I mean on weekdays. He takes the weekends off. But yeah, he like fucking really, he is like really really healthy. And he said this morning, he was like, I know my heart's good cuz it would have blown up by now for sure. So it's like he's like really like he has like completely changed his lifestyle. And he
So
was
was he
saying,
not super active before? When did
he's
he start doing this?
he started after my mom died.
Oh, okay, so,
Yeah,
like,
it's
that
probably
always
like,
like, those health scares definitely will
right.
make you start acting
Yeah,
different.
because I mean, he was always like in shape, I guess. Like
Mhm.
he would be, I mean, he's always done physical labor. Like,
Yeah, no, he's always been, like, a strong,
yeah,
just, like, generally healthy guy.
yeah. But he started like actually working out and like eating
Yeah.
healthier after my mom died. But he was
So it
saying
seems
this
like he just
morning,
had, like, the good genes to be healthy then prior.
definitely. And like my grandpa, like both of his parents, like my grandpa just died a couple years ago at like 95.
Mhm.
My
Yeah.
grandma is 90 now 95, and still, I mean, she did hurt herself recently, so she's not doing super great, but up until that point, I mean, she was like moving around like,
Walking, doing all that
yeah.
shit, yeah.
So um but he said
He
this
said this
morning
morning, yeah.
that he was just like, because I was telling him how I've, been like making some changes in my lifestyle. And he was like, you can have like all of these things. Like you can have like money and even like your relationships and work or whatever. Like, but if you don't have your health, you're fucked. Like your health is the most important thing. And like, yeah, that's like,
That is so valid.
yeah, for sure. So, I mean, that's already, I've obviously was already thinking about it, but that really, when he was like, you can have all the money and all, whatever you want, but if you don't have your health, like nothing's worth anything. Like,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. I went to the gym twice this week, which is disgusting. I don't encourage anyone to do it. But I went there
I do.
and
I enjoy it. I like it.
I think you
It is a really wonderful thing to do for yourself. But
I
continue.
think it's a great thing to do for yourself, but I also hate it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I was at the gym and I did this hip abductor machine, which is
Mhm.
because Rajul was doing this one exercise that I didn't want to do. So I was like, fuck it, this machine's close. It's legs.
Mhm.
Mistake.
Oh
Huge
yeah.
mistake.
That
Um
shit's no joke. Which
uh
direction? Out or
in. I was
in?
pressing in. I was
Mm,
pushing in. And turns out there are muscles in the inside of my thighs and they just showed up.
yeah.
They just got here.
Yeah.
They just clocked in for duty, and I can barely sit crisscross applesauce.
Yeah. Those muscles are the ones, I swear to God, it's like they don't get used that much.
They don't.
They don't get used that. I mean, you do use them because you see once you're sore, you
Yeah.
see how much you use
Yes.
those muscles. But
You
those
don't strain
always,
them often.
yes,
Yeah.
those are the ones that I feel like the soreness shows up the easiest. I'm probably gonna have some of those too. I did some of those. Like the split squats where you have one leg on the bench and one leg on the ground. It's like a lunge.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
so
That's gonna get you,
any
honey.
lunge, I also did a few sets of like regular lunges, and any lunge is gonna get those fucking inner thigh muscles, and they hurt. I mean, anything you realize like anytime that you get sore on any part of your body, you realize like, oh my God, I was using those muscles the whole time.
You're like, wow, I use this every day.
Yeah, like really
What?
crazy.
I didn't even know you were in there, girl.
Yeah, that's
Hey.
funny. Hip abductor.
Yeah.
What else
I
did
will
you
not
do?
get on it again. So we started on the exercise bike because I have the exercise bike here. So
Yeah.
sometimes I won't go to the gym and I'll just do like 30 minutes on the exercise bike, have a good
Mhm.
time, whatever. And then other times we'll go to the gym. He burns 100 calories on the bike. I just go as long as it takes him to burn 100 calories. I'm not working too hard. It's my warm up. Okay.
Yeah.
Get a little sweat going. So then we do that. I like to stretch a little bit after the bike, but then we go. There's a couple different like leg press machines.
Love a leg
We do,
press.
yeah, we love it. It's so popular. Everybody's always at the fucking leg press.
Mm.
So we were there, and then we did this one where like he was doing the leg press, and me, while he's doing things, I just try to stay busy. So I found this other machine that like you lay on your stomach and you're lifting the thing with your calves.
That's a quad. That's a quad. So you're gonna work the back of your legs with that.
Yeah. Yeah, sure
Yeah.
did. Sure worked them. I have really strong legs though,
Yeah.
truly. That's why I thought the hip abductor wasn't going to be an issue for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Wrong. Like, my quads are fine. My quads are
Yeah.
slay the day
Yeah.
because those are regular
That's
muscles.
what I meant. I meant hamstrings, not quads. The quads are
Oh,
in the
yeah,
front.
yeah,
The
yeah.
hamstrings.
The hammies doing okay.
Yeah. That's so funny. Yeah. That's why when you say leg press, I'm like anything that has to do with legs, it makes me feel so good. I'm like, yes.
So strong in
Yeah.
my legs.
Yeah. Shout out sports.
And Rajul has these skinny legs, so I always assumed that his
Mine has
legs were
skinny
like
legs too.
yeah, I
Chicken
always thought his
legs.
legs were really weak because of that. Because I'm like, look
Oh.
at your little noodle legs.
Yeah.
Because me, I'm over here with fucking red oaks.
Period.
Like huge pine trees. I'm trying to think of something with a big trunk.
Yeah.
Redwood.
Right. I mean, you could have said anything and I would have been like, yes. So
Slay.
exactly.
He was doing the leg press. I could barely do one of the ones that he was doing, and he did like 100.
How much was it? Do you know?
It was like 200 something pounds. It was a lot.
Wow.
I know. I was like, 130.
I mean,
Thank
but
you.
he literally does fucking work out. Like, even though he's not lifting weights all the time, he
Yeah.
works out like multiple days a week, right? Because he plays
Yeah, he plays
basketball.
basketball all the time.
Right.
Yeah. So
Which is,
he's moving a lot.
yeah. Yeah.
But
That's funny.
it's just because the way he's built, like he's just naturally really muscular, like
Mhm.
in his chest and in his arms. Like he literally doesn't have to work out and he's just like shredded.
Mhm. Yeah. I feel
God
you.
bless.
I know.
I'm kind of jealous, but also like it's okay because I'm dating him.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
um, but yeah, he's just like absolutely shredded up top, and so he just has to work harder for his legs. But he's
Right.
really strong. Like I
Yeah.
didn't realize how strong his legs were until today, and I tried it, and I was like, "What the fuck? You're a freak of nature."
Is that where you
Have
were today?
Yes, earlier today. That's why I was a little bit late
Okay.
because I
Okay.
was trying to squeeze the gym in before this recording, and we went there at like 9:30, and I was like, I'm not gonna be back and be able to get my makeup and do everything before then.
You have no idea how your inner thighs are gonna feel. If you feel it right now,
No.
tomorrow.
No. So that I did the hip abductor like 2 days ago. I did the hip
Okay.
abductor like 2 days ago, and then yesterday I could not fucking walk, girl. I was waddling around the house. Roger was like, "Do you want to go to the gym tonight?" And I was like, "How fucking dare you?
Look at me.
Dare you? Look at me, just paralyzed in the bed. How
Oh
dare
my
you?"
That is so fucking funny. I thought like you were saying you were sore already. I was like, oh my God, it's gonna get so much worse for you. I'm so sorry. That's so funny.
Have you ever done one where you have like soreness the worst 48 hours later?
Oh,
Because sometimes,
yeah. 2 days later. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then it really hits, and then
Mm.
you can't even. Have you done it to where like you can't even like sit on the toilet? You
100%.
can barely sit. You just like plop down and hope that it
Yes.
doesn't break.
I mean, oh my God, that's happened to me countless times. The fucking falling down on the toilet is the most relatable thing I've ever heard in my life. Like, oh my God. Or just
Like
using your arms as
break
best you
this
can
time
to support
on
you.
the
Yeah.
walls. You like slide down the wall.
Dude. Totally. Oh my God, that's so funny.
There's a counter right next to one of the toilets, so I'll like
Oh yeah.
ease my way down
Yeah.
sometimes.
Dude, I'm gonna send you I had my trainer, so I'm working out 3 days a week right now, but I
Slay.
told her I wanted to add a fourth day because my Fridays are like
Oh.
fucking wide open constantly.
Oh
So I was
yeah.
like, I want to add a fourth day. And I told her I really like legs. So she wrote me a leg workout, and I'm gonna send it to you so
Oh,
that you can
send it to
have
me.
it. Yeah.
Slay. Love a good
Because
like I want to have I said this earlier, not to you, but I want to have like noodle arms. I want it to look like I can't even open a door for myself.
mm,
Just the tiniest little arms, just so dainty. But then like the strongest legs in history.
right. Okay. I'm like, I want to support you on your noodle arms. I don't know how possible that is. I don't think that anybody, even at your skinniest, even at your like
I
fucking like,
know. I had tiny arms when I was skinny
no,
too. They were
but
like
even they were, but even so, nobody was looking at you thinking she can't even
she
open a
can't
door.
open it.
They were looking at it thinking
But like
she
if
could
you
fucking
aim for that though,
sure.
I heard of this drag queen who was really, really squinty. She was real squinty. And she said, I try not to lift anything over 10 pounds. And I said, I'm gonna be you.
But do you know what they
Goals.
also say? Like, and this is it still goes back to the fucking like, okay, body image thing, fucking like caving to the patriarchy thing. But it's nice to look good and feel good about yourself.
Yeah.
But if you do your arms and you do your upper body, you're more likely to have an hourglass shape.
Oh no, yeah, I'm totally joking about the noodle
Oh,
arms.
okay. I'm like, don't neglect those arms, queen.
No, because there's also
Keep those
like
arms
fat in my
going.
arms that needs to be dealt with. You
Yeah.
know?
I don't even know how you do that. Like, you just have to lose weight all over. You just
I think so. I don't know how that. You know what's
you
crazy?
can't target fat, I don't think.
If I could give anyone some advice, Don't hire a personal trainer from 24 Hour Fitness or any of those gyms.
Mm-mm.
Hire a real personal trainer who just has a pass to those gyms and will take you there.
Yeah.
Okay?
They don't even let you do that. It's like no
They kick you out
freelance.
now?
Yeah. It's been like that for a
Okay, well,
while.
I'm gonna say, well, that's crazy. This is my bestie. I don't pay her.
Yeah.
Now she can, right? Now she can help me. Thank
Mhm.
you.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
stupid. But anyway, so those trainers, listen, I know people who have been hired to be those trainers, and I would never take athletic advice from them.
Yeah,
Like,
totally.
think of your least athletic friend, they can get a job being a trainer at 24 Hour Fitness. So
I think they need a certification, but
that's just books. It doesn't take any like doing the work, knowing how it works. It's just like, yeah, I answered the questions correctly.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. I mean, they just like suck in
Well, yeah, and
general.
I'm not trying to say that if you hire a trainer that's bigger than you, they're not going to be good. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that people from specifically like 24 Hour Fitness, LA Fitness,
Yeah.
the places that gyms hire for personal trainers, they're not reaching for the ripest fruits. Okay,
Right.
they're not, and
Right.
that's okay.
It is okay, but yeah. I mean, it's okay. But definitely know what is in front of you because
And with
definitely
that,
those fucking they do. I think they just a lot of times hire kids,
they
like
do. They just
very
hire.
young
They literally
people.
they hire anyone that will fill the position because
Yeah.
the turnover in those places is crazy. It's like a restaurant because that's like a summer job for people. They're just like, yeah,
Right.
I know how to run.
Yeah. Totally.
Cool.
That's funny.
Like if you're the person who I would recommend those trainers for is for elderly people or like injured people, you
Yeah.
know,
That's who
because having a
mostly
trainer. Go ahead.
sorry, that's who mostly gets like the trainers that work at my gym. It's mostly with like
Mm-hmm.
elderly people.
Yeah, and so I see that, and that 10 out of 10 makes sense. They're just helping you with mobility, helping you do all that kind of stuff, like
Yeah.
slay. Because if you're really serious about having a trainer, like you really need a trainer that's going to cover nutrition with you too. And a
Totally.
24 hour fitness trainer is not going to touch that.
No, 100% not. Yeah, I have like a weekly FaceTime check-in with mine to like tell her like what
Oh,
worked and if something didn't work or if something was like hurting or if I didn't like something like so
how is
it's
your sugar thing going?
well, it's okay. I mean, I baked those Pop-Tart things last night. I haven't had any yet because they had to chill. So, I haven't had any yet, but I also made some like homemade Reese's like a peanut butter cup the other
Mm-hmm.
night, which was really delicious. So those are in my
That
freezer right
sounds
now.
really yummy.
Yeah. Do you
Wait,
like
so how
dark
did you make
chocolate
that? I
or not really?
Here's the thing. I will eat dark chocolate instead of regular chocolate, so I eat less chocolate.
Oh, okay. So you don't like it as much. Okay, I
Exactly.
see. Yeah.
I will take milk chocolate over regular dark chocolate any day. But
Okay.
if I'm like starved for something sweet at night and I want it, and I'm like, "Ah, okay, dark chocolate. It's not. I won't eat that much of it."
That's so funny. I never really thought about that because I fucking hate milk chocolate now. So definitely like that's really funny. Like having some
That's
milk chocolate. I only want
crazy.
one piece. Like
You
that's funny.
know?
Because yeah, those peanut butter cups that I made are like a lot of chocolate. It's like a tablespoon. I mean, it doesn't sound like that much, but they are really like rich. Every time I eat one, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
this has got to be like 10 to 15 chocolate chips. That's what's like in my brain. I'm like, I know how many chocolate chips I like, and this is like a ton.
That's
But
hilarious.
yeah.
So wait, did you just like melt down the chocolate? Tell me how you made
Yeah.
it. I
So
want to know.
you melt down the chocolate and then you put like a tablespoon into you. I use like the little muffin things, like the cupcake thingies. And so you put like a tablespoon in the bottom, like spread it around, and then you put them in the freezer.
Mm-hmm.
And then you put like a similar amount of peanut butter onto each one. And then you top it with more chocolate. It's like the easiest thing ever. But the trick is to put the bottom half in the freezer before you finish.
Do you have like a mold for them?
No, like you just use the little like a cupcake pan and you use
Oh.
the little cupcake sleeves.
So you just like coat the bottom in like a kind of a thick layer of
Yeah,
chocolate
you
so it
just
like fits in everything.
Totally. You just put like a little bit of chocolate. It says a tablespoon, so I was using like a spoon.
Yeah, because the bottom of the Reese's is always way thinner than the top of the Reese's. That
I
tracks.
I wasn't looking at the ratios of an actual one. So I don't
But if you
know.
think about it, the bottom of the Reese's always gets stuck to the piece of paper. But
Oh,
the
yeah.
top has like a
You're
thicker
right.
crunch to
Yeah.
it.
There's way more peanut butter in those too.
Yeah.
I didn't
Oh,
put
and
too
their
much
peanut butter doesn't taste like regular peanut. It's like sugar
Yeah,
butter.
you're supposed to put when I looked up, so I found like a recipe on Instagram. This girl put banana in it. So I was like, no, obviously. It was like a healthy page.
That's disgusting.
Gross. So I was like, obviously, that's not happening. So I just took the rest of the recipe, and hers was just straight up chocolate and peanut butter. But when I like Googled another recipe, it said to put powdered sugar in the peanut butter, and I was like, that sounds like too much. I mean, it sounds good, but it sounded like too
That
much,
tracks.
like
Did you know
sweet.
powdered sugar is just obliterated sugar?
No, I didn't know that, but that makes sense.
Yeah, it's just sugar that's been like obliterated.
That makes sense. That tracks. Yeah,
That tracks.
powdered sugar.
1 second. 1 second.
Okay. Is it the dogs?
No, Rajul just left. I heard the door shut.
Oh, okay. Okay, bong rip now.
Slay.
Slay pussy purr.
Hi, pussy purr.
Cheers. I tried to wait for you, you animal.
It's okay.
In my original plan of my day, I was going to be going to the gym after we filmed. And then this morning I switched it around and I went to the gym, and I'm so glad that I went and got that out of the way.
Girl, because then after this you can just go chill.
Yeah, and eat my Pop-Tarts. Our producer just messaged about Indica looking adorable, and I was thinking the same thing when you were taking your bong rip.
Just sitting there like this.
Just perfect, like the most perfect girl.
She is a model. Linda
Honestly,
Evangelista.
I wish it wasn't unsafe to actually, it wouldn't make any sense, but in my ideal world, I would bring Remy over to your house and let Indica whoop her ass into shape and then bring her back, and hopefully she would not be mean to
just get a good licking.
any more dogs. But that our neighbor dog, they've been having run-ins at the fence. So she's not happy about him existing. She does not want him anywhere near her house. And he's like, he feels
the same way.
I mean, I haven't met him yet, but he seems like a very docile dog. He doesn't seem like, when I look at it, when I can only see him through the fence kind of, and he doesn't make a lot of noise.
Like,
he just
like Doobie?
Yeah, he just kind of stands there. Well, Doobie,
like, what's your deal?
Doobie
pretty, cries.
Yeah, like,
he's very anxious, but docile.
Yeah,
very docile.
Very docile. So he was giving that, and I was like, oh, and because Remy does not like him, but excuse me, Cash, doesn't
excited to meet him.
Yes, Cashy is like, and he's like, nah. He's like vibrating, like so. But you know, I've seen him do that, like, and then be mean. Yeah. So I don't know exactly.
He's excited about the prospect.
Yeah.
He just doesn't like dogs bigger than him. You need to remember that.
Right.
He does
and
much
that
better
dog,
with smaller.
That dog is like, he's probably like the same height as Remy. So he is bigger than Cash. And because what I was going to say is height as Remy, width as Cash. He's like a big boy.
Big boy.
But him giving that, like, Cash not getting crazy and mean tells me that dog is not giving him bad energy over there.
Yeah.
Through the fence.
Yeah. For sure.
So that made me feel good. But
that's great.
Remy's a fucking cunt.
And she is.
But
wait.
What?
Before I forget, I have updates about dating.
Oh my God.
About our friend who's dating.
Oh my God. Whoever. I mean, I know most of you probably listen to our entire episodes, but I'm like, anybody who's
Whoever
still
missed it in the
here.
first 40, I'm so sorry that you're not getting this tea, okay?
Yes, dude.
Because
Oh my God, I'm so
this is my
excited.
favorite thing to talk about.
You know,
I
I
need to
actually
find my phone.
I have a funny story to tell you. It'll be quick, but when you're done, I'll tell you a funny story.
Okay, you can actually probably go first, but let me find my phone because I literally wrote notes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so give me a second.
Okay, well. Oh my God, I'm so excited for this. Mac Dizzle texted me. So it's Wednesday right now. Mac Dizzle texted me this weekend sometime on like Saturday or Sunday and was like, I have updates and I cannot wait to tell you on the pod. So the dumpster fire. Wait, let me read you guys the message she sent me. The dumpster fire that is this person's dating life continues to burn. I cannot wait to update you on Wednesday with the skull emojis. So I'm really excited for this. And it's funny because, okay, so Mac Dizzle, obviously, this is like the longest that she probably has her phone sitting right in front of her. But this bitch has 2 phones. I bet she can't find it. Oh, there
Just
is 2
looked around my
phones.
whole house and they're right here.
Oh my God. I was just telling everyone how you have 2 fucking phones. Like, I'm like, she probably has her phone right in front of her, but this bitch has 2 fucking phones.
Both of them are right in front of me. Okay, let me
Yeah.
get my notes out.
Okay. Well, okay, I'll tell my funny story.
Yes.
I was at a pool party on Saturday. And this is really embarrassing. So I hope that like anybody listening, like please, now is not the time to judge me. Okay. I'm at this pool party. First of all, it's like people younger than me, by a few years, not by a ton, but by a few years. I walked in, it smelled like
uncomfortable though.
Smelled like a frat house. But it was nice, and I was mostly outside. So, I go inside. I have to poop. It's not good. So I'm like, okay, I find a bathroom that seems like it's like away from everyone else. And I,
take care of it.
Pooped. And I realized that there was no toilet paper in there. And it was like not an easy one, if you know what I mean. It's basically I had to shower. That person.
You just used this person's shower? You bidet in their shower?
It's bidet being a verb for me. You bidet in their shower. Oh my God. Okay, so yeah, I did.
Honestly, I really respect that. I might have just used my panties and thrown them away.
I didn't even think about that. But there also was not a trash can in there. So even if I don't know what I would have done with those, like,
Was there a towel to dry off?
There was a towel. So that's what
when you used it?
Well, I didn't like get in there. I just like rinsed it off and then I just like tried off my whole lower body.
Could have been a cum towel.
What?
That could have been a cum towel. A towel used for
well,
cum.
It was either use it after I showered or use it to wipe my butthole.
Oh.
So I used it after I showered. Actually, I think I might have had I might have had my bag that literally had a fucking towel in it. And if not, yeah, I did use the fucking. I was already, a little inebriated at this point. I don't really remember. But I hope I didn't use a stranger's towel. If I have any flashback memories of it, I'll let you know.
Well, thank you for sharing that with us. I really respect the shower move. That was a move that I wouldn't have thought of.
Yeah, well, when you said
all my clothes off and shower.
Yeah. Actually, okay. So you said use your panties. I was in a
Yeah.
bathing suit
Oh.
because you said I would use my panties, and I was like, oh, I didn't even think of that. But I was in a
But you were in
bathing
a
suit.
bathing suit.
Yeah.
Didn't have you couldn't just drop the
Nope.
bathing suit
Nope.
bottoms. You needed those.
I sure did. Yeah.
It wasn't a pussy out party. It wasn't a pop.
A pop?
You never been to a pop?
I've never been to a pop. I've never even heard of a pop, but I
I
will.
just made it up. It's really good.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. That definitely sounds like something that would have been concocted in Mac Dizzle's brain. She is funny. Anyway, okay. I would
All
love to
right.
hear your update. I did read your
Yes.
2 messages that you sent me. Obviously, I didn't include any personal information, but
So yeah, this is the gift for the people who have made it 45 minutes in.
period.
If you heard last week, I have this friend who is recently single and is trying to date and is fucking bad at it and is fucking creepy. And I have more. So I told you last week the can I tell you something? I think I should have kissed you type fucking high school shit.
Oh
All
my
right.
God.
No, don't forget that.
Yeah.
And then after that, his chest was in pain. Okay.
I'm
Yes,
dying because
don't forget the chest pains.
I told Adam about this, but I didn't remember those details, and I cannot wait to go back with those details.
Those
Because
tidbits, okay?
they really, it's crazy.
Well, they really are good.
Yeah.
So he had been trying to so they went on their first date and he said that whole creepy thing after and she was like, yeah, I can tell. It's okay. And he was trying to set up another date with her and he was like, oh, well, why don't you come over to my house and I'll cook for you? And she was like, "Oh, I'm not free and I'm gonna be gone these from here to here," and didn't like do any kind of follow-up text to be like, "But I'll be back then and we can do it then."
Yeah.
Which is generally what women do if they're interested in you.
Right.
And so when she said, and also, by the way, he is sending every correspondence to my friend screenshotted so that we can verify, and my friend is telling him how to speak to this woman. Basically, my friend is talking to this woman, not this other friend who's actually talking to her. He's speaking for him.
Got it.
So she's like, oh, I can't, I'm not free. And so we're both like, she doesn't like you. You should move on from this point. Yes. You should let it go. Right. You should let it go.
Logical.
And I'm going to give her a fake name. Her name's Tracy, the girl who is, we're going to make up names for these people. Okay. Tracy is the date and Phil is the man. Okay. Phil and Tracy. Okay.
And what's the okay. I was gonna say what's your friend's name?
So my other friend who's talking to Phil, we'll name all these characters. Here we go. Yeah. Tracy, the girl from Hinge. Okay. Phil, my friend who is recently single.
Yes. Perfect.
What's Alex? Yes. Alex is my friend who's talking to Phil, giving him advice on how to speak to Tracy. Right. All right. So Phil texted Tracy to be like, hey, will you come over? And she said no. So Alex told Phil, hey, she's not into you. Let this go. Swipe away. Swipe along, find a new date, move on. And he said, no, I think I'm just going to focus on Tracy for a little bit.
What the fuck, dude?
Mm-hmm. Verbatim, except for, the real name. Yeah,
okay.
Oh my God. He went on one date with this girl.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And so, yeah, Phil is like, okay, so, I don't think they speak. They somehow he like keeps hounding her down and she's like, oh, I get back on Monday. And he's like, well, please tell me you're free. Like desperate, like no joke. Please tell me you're free with an exclamation point. And as she like caves in and is like, sure, we can do dinner on Monday. I'll come over when you can cook dinner on Monday. And Alex and I were astonished. We did not think that this girl was ever going to reply to him again. Right. So we're like, all right, score one for Phil. Shout out Phil. Phil got the date.
Wait, I feel like I know where this is going, and I can't wait. Go ahead.
I don't think you do.
Oh. All right.
And so they don't really talk for the rest of the week. She's out of town in a different state.
Yeah.
And Phil ends up getting a text from Tracy like on Saturday or something saying, hey, none of my friends can pick me up from the airport. All of my rides fell through. Do you think you could give me a ride home from the airport? And
okay,
Phil,
where I thought it was going is gone. Continue.
Oh, I promise you, you have no idea where this is going.
Okay, I'm so looking forward to this.
Phil screenshots that and texts Alex and his brother. His brother, for the record, very douchey. Not nice to women. One of the first texts, oh my God, I forgot to tell you this. I saw the screenshots. One of the first texts he sent this girl that she didn't reply to was, they were talking about going to get drinks, and then he was like, yeah, there's this pretty chill coffee spot with lots of cute dogs and stuff, and depending on the date goes, maybe I'll take you there. Your face, yes.
What?
And she never replied to that. So Alex concocted that was what Phil's brother told him to say.
Right.
So Alex concocted a whole different message like a couple days later to be like, hey, I don't know if coming over for dinner was a little too high pressure. We can totally do something different, blah, blah, blah. Very chill, because Alex, super chill, not creepy guy, knows how to speak to women.
Right.
So he concocted this message to be like, low pressure. I promise I'm not going to assault you type date. You know, don't come over to my house the very first time I'm meeting you.
Yeah.
And so Phil sends that message that Alex wrote, and she that's how she ended up initially agreeing to go on the date, was because Alex came up with the message to set it up.
Oh, gotcha.
So when Tracy texted Phil to be like, will you pick me up from the airport? He, instead of replying immediately and doing what his heart told him, which was, yes, I'll pick you up. Obviously, you want to see this girl. Why wouldn't you just say yes? Anyways, he texts his brother and he texts Alex and he says, what do I say?
What?
Alex says, what do you feel? You want to see her, right? And Phil is like, yeah. And so Alex is like, so tell her yes. And then Phil's brother is like, I don't know, man, that's simping. Like, that's like, she's trying to use you, like, which she probably is. But if you're really that desperate to go and see this girl, your chest hurts, go fucking give her the ride. Who cares if she's using you at this point? This is an inn. Your foot is in the door. Maybe you can charm the pants off her, you know? Like, like charm her. Like, he's better at speaking in person, I would assume. I don't know. So instead of replying and saying yes immediately, he waits 45 minutes and she texts him and says, oh, no worries, I found a ride.
Oh my God.
There's so much more, Joya. There's so much more. And so he is now trying to concoct a different message to send to this girl to be like, oh no, like, no, I'll pick you up, right? So Alex is trying to help Phil come up with a message to send Tracy to be like, oh, no, it's okay. Like, I can still pick you up. And what Alex says is like, okay, no worries. If anything changes, let me know. I can totally give you a ride and I'd like to see you.
Yes.
Chill.
Very normal. Yeah.
You know, Phil.
Oh my God, Phil, what are you going to do? No.
Wrote down what he said.
Oh my God. Okay.
Tell your other ride, fuck that. I want to see you.
He said that to her?
Yes.
He sent that to her.
He sent that message to her. So like 2 hours later, she replies and she's like, you know, honestly, I'm like super tired tonight and I just really don't have the energy to hang out. So I really appreciate it. My friend's just going to pick me up and drop me off and I'm just going to like rest. And so then he sends a message to fucking Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, 2 different fucking personalities. He's like, totally, hope you have a good rest. Let me know if you want to hang later. Like, just like, Went from fuck that, I want to see you to okay, JK, LOL. Like,
Oh
it's bizarre
my
behavior.
God. It
Okay.
is
And
bizarre behavior.
bizarre behavior. And
Yeah.
so, mind you, that he still thinks that Monday is happening, right? So he's like, okay, I missed this opportunity to see her, but we still have this date on Monday, supposedly. And all of this happened on Saturday. She needed to ride on Saturday. So Sunday, he follows up. Phil follows up with Tracy to be like, hey, are we still on for Monday? And something he's been doing is getting messages from Alex to send to her. And Alex was writing things in quotes.
No. Are you
Alex was
fucking
writing things in
serious? Wait,
Alex was
okay.
writing things in Alex was writing things in quotes, and like basically like, this is what you should say. And Phil copy and pasted the message with the quotes,
Oh my God.
sent the message.
What?
Notice, I don't know how late after Phil noticed the quotes in the messages, but then edited the message to remove the quotes.
Oh my fucking God.
And the
Oh.
message basically just said like, hey, I'm going grocery shopping right now for dinner tomorrow, just wanted to make sure we're still on, type thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Oh my God.
she eventually replies, and she's like, I just don't think I have time on Monday. I just, I don't think I'm gonna be able to, obviously gonna be able to make it.
That's called
Um
self-preservation.
this man is unhinged, okay? And so it was just super funny to me to think about this, because like, this guy is acting like it's the love of his life that he's losing. And I really came down to it. He really just wants to have sex with her. He doesn't know this girl.
Yeah.
He really was attracted to her. He thought she was really, really hot. And that's really where all of this went askew, is that he
Right.
just really wanted to have sex with her, and he has zero game. And so, like, yeah. Anyways, so that's done. They're done. Tracy and Phil are no more. I am so happy for Tracy that she dodged that billet,
Yeah.
because holy shit, Phil. Fuck that. Tell your other I fuck that. I want to see you.
How old is the brother? Is the brother an older brother?
He's in his 30s. He's like probably like my age. He's probably like 31, 32.
And
And Phil
Phil
is
is
like 28.
okay. So like, not that freaking. That is
No,
really
too grown to be doing that. And
yeah.
Tracy was like 23. So I feel like she put up with some of this nonsense because she's fucking young.
Yeah,
But
definitely. Oh my God. Well, so we did come full circle to where I
what you
thought it
thought
was
was going to
going.
happen.
Right. I knew that she was going to bail if they made plans. But the fact that he had the opportunity to hang out with her and get in her good graces and didn't because he took someone's
He was
horrible
too busy
advice.
texting everyone what to do. What do I do? Like just be your fucking self, but also don't be yourself, because I saw some of the things he wanted to send to her, and heinous, like assault jokes, just like casual, like
What?
he, like, okay, not like in the way that you're thinking, but he
Okay.
was like, when they were talking about like a first date, he was like, she was like, oh, we can go for drinks or something, and he was gonna say, I was thinking a secluded hike at night where no one could hear you, but yeah, drinks sound fine. Like, what the fuck,
Are you
Phil?
being serious?
I'm not joking. Saw it. Alex scrolled through his conversation with Phil and showed it to me.
Oh my
This man is a danger to society. Anyways, and so after Tracy was like, I don't fuck with you, Phil, Alex sent a goodbye text. Go ahead.
We will see you on the documentary.
And I'm gonna be, I called it. And I'm gonna pull up these clips for where I said he is a menace and a danger to society. Timestamp Wednesday, August 16th, 12:42 p.m. 2023. Okay, mark my words. I would not be surprised. I'd be horrified, but not surprised.
You need to have You need to, first of all, you need to continue. Alex needs to make sure that he continues the relationship with this person in the way that it is.
Yes. Yes.
Because, oh my God, that is the crazy. Could you imagine if a man sent you that you'd never met before?
That I've
Like
never met before, that I met off an app.
that you were considering seeing in real life.
And he
Oh
thought
my.
it was funny. He like that's his sense of humor. He just thought that was funny. I was like, oh, pretending like you're gonna kill me on a first date, like that happens to hundreds of women every fucking day. Ha ha.
Right.
Ha ha ha.
Like that is, honestly, that is so scary and freaky and horrible.
Weird, bro.
And I cannot
Fucking
imagine
weird.
if he fucking sent that to that girl. Obviously, there would be no story if he sent that to that girl. I mean, that would be the story, that one message, because she would
that would be the message.
She would block him.
Blocked you.
Yeah. Like, done. And probably she would have tweeted about you or posted on TikTok about you, and you would have gone viral. And been, yeah.
Honestly, this is hilarious. It's like watching, like, because you hear about guys like this, right?
Yeah.
Like you hear about these kinds of guys. Like girls will tell like a horror story about this crazy guy they went out with who like did like, and I'm like, oh, that's crazy. That's Phil. I know him.
Yeah. Yeah. Phil.
Shout out.
Yeah. Phil.
But anyway, so Alex concocted a goodbye message for Phil to just be like, okay, well, no worries. If you're ever free in the future, you want to hang out, let me know. Because literally every message that Alex says is super low pressure, like open-ended, like whatever, it's chill. Whereas it's like, fuck that, I want to see you.
It's so
secluded hike.
Weird. So weird.
And so yeah, he sent him that goodbye message, and she loved it. And when Phil saw that she loved the message, which is basically parting ways, he was like, Alex, what are you doing that I'm not doing? Why did she love the message? And Alex had to explain to him, that's not a good thing, bro. She basically just said goodbye without having to type a message. She might as well have thumbs up the thing.
I'm sending something in the chat that I don't want to say out loud.
No, just a jerk.
Jerk is not the right word. He is
socially
incompetent.
No, he's not.
With women?
Just with women. And he's good in person, apparently. Girls like this guy. He's had like 4 girlfriends. Yeah. One for 3 years. And I'll tell you what, the girl he was dating, not that. Just a raging bitch. So
Tracy is... Have you seen what Tracy looks like?
Tracy was way out of his league, in my opinion.
Wait, I want to see what Tracy looks like. Can you send me a picture?
Because she's definitely naturally very pretty.
Yeah.
Like quirky, obviously into Willow Smith,
Yeah.
Type ethereal vibes.
Definitely.
Which is just which is also hilarious to me because he is so politically incorrect and like borderline offensive sometimes. Like this... I should clarify that Phil isn't really my friend. Alex is my friend, and Alex is Phil's friend. So that's how I know. I don't speak to Phil. I'm a third party to all of this. But Phil is so like politically incorrect. Like his sense of humor is super like 2006. He's trying to talk to girls that are 23. Like that girl would hear one of your jokes and be terrified. And not terrified, just be like offended. And be like, oh, you're ableist. Oh, you're like misogynist. Like, oh, like the young girls are so woke. Good fucking luck.
Yeah, Wow, what a story.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that. I hope everyone listening enjoyed that as much as I did because I was on the edge of my fucking seat, dude. Like, wow. Oh my God. And honestly, I do feel a little not bad for Phil, but a little bit bad for Phil. Not like all the way bad, but I feel a little bad.
I would feel bad for Phil if the reason his relationship imploded wasn't his own fault.
Yeah.
Phil would dog his ex-girlfriend all the time and send messages to Alex talking about, I'm one acting role away from breaking up with blank. Like, just because it was funny to him and it would make Alex laugh to say that. So it was just
Wow.
like, yeah. So it's like, he did not like his girlfriend. It didn't seem like
Yeah.
they liked each other very much, but sending those kinds of messages and then having your girlfriend see you say that about her,
Yeah.
kind of
She
fucked
saw
up.
that?
Yeah, she went through his phone and she saw it.
That is so sad.
Yeah, I almost feel bad for her, but
Yeah.
like also I gave her like snaps like this because she broke up with him, moved out, and blocked his number, and I didn't think she was capable of doing any of those things. So slay pussy purr.
Vibes. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't have to talk or see you ever again, and I love that for me.
Yeah.
You're out of my life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow. Phil.
Philip.
Tracy is adorable.
Isn't she so cute?
Yeah.
Yeah, way too cute for Philip.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. Okay, we've extended this a little longer than we should
We
have,
have. But yeah,
it's necessary.
you're welcome. Because that was fucking. Yeah, that was
We need
really
to
great.
put some kind of warning at the beginning and just be like, there is a super juicy story at 45 minutes. Either skip to it or hang on until then, but you need to hear this.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see you next week. Make your choices. Be good to yourself. Be good to each other. And remember to stay stony baloney, or I'm going to shove a bumblebee up your nostril.
Oh my
Is
God.
that what I said?
It is what you said, that you were going to
What?
plug one. Oh, no, you said you're going to plug it with a bumblebee.
The bumblebee.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah, pretty nuts.
Crazier than Phil.
No. Well, Phil isn't even crazy. Phil is like,
Mine's like fun crazy.
yeah.
His
Yours
is like somebody's in danger.
right. Like, and so it's yes.
He's
Somebody's in
actively
danger.
dating. Well, also he said he's taking a month. He's gonna wait till September to try swiping on anyone again. Devastated. The man's devastated.
If you just, my God, Phil is stupid. I have no empathy for Phil anymore. I don't. I think. Oh my God, this is so good. Oh, I hope there's more Phil next week, though.
Oh, I literally, Phil is part of the reason I wake up every morning still. Just seeing this dumpster fire continue to burn. That's what I texted Joya. What did I say? I said the dumpster fire that is Phil's dating life continues to burn.
Yeah. Uh-huh. I
Can't
read
wait
your
to update you.
Yes, I read your messages because I was like, oh my God. Again, hope everyone was as excited for that and enjoyed that as much as I did. Because wow, so good. Yeah.
Let's take
Extra
one
long
more
episode.
rip, and then we'll
Oh
see
yeah,
you guys
let's.
next week.
I'm really stoned, so this will
Yeah.
really set me over.
And you already went to the gym, so you're good.
I did.
Zaza! Cheers.
Cheers. Ooh, okay. Love you.